Hi, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Sending you many blessings. Also, lots of love and preparation for the shift this year specifically, which is what I'm going to talk about. I don't typically like to talk about the future because I've seen many predictions that have been changed with one choice. So I don't never, because there's so many different options, there's so many different pathways when it comes to the future. But there are certain things there are some things that I see that are for sure. No, I shouldn't say that because nothing is 100%. There's always infinite options. There's always other options. But I'll go into what I'm seeing, what I'm sensing, what I know. As usual, my motto is you do you, boo. Like, turn on your guidance, turn on your truth meter. If it resonates with you, great. If not, hey, cool too, man. So 2025, this is a year of massive change, shift in everything. And the beginning of this for this year is going to be the reuniting of what people call twin flames. Initially, if you've watched any of my other videos, especially in the beginning, I talk about the beginning of the universe, the creation of the universe, and where the twin flames actually comes from. It's the right and the left hand of God. It's the two entities that actually created the universe. God did not create the universe. God was said, I'm hands off. Haha. I'm hands off. I'm giving you two free will to create. You go create. I'm going to take a third person perspective, and I'm going to honor free will and watch. And that's exactly what happened. And then these two created, right and the left. All right. So these twin flames ended up very polarized. I mean, you even see this in your politics. Look at the left and the right, very polarized. There is no middle. They do not get along. They do not agree. They don't even see things from the same perspective anymore. One wants slavery to rule over slaves. The other wants freedom for a singular universe controlled by one and a multiverse controlled by all through freedom. So these two never going to get along. It's never going to happen. They're never going to see eye to eye. That's why we're having a split in the universes. We're going to have two universes running parallel at the same time. Yes, you'll be existing in this reality if you step into the new universe, but you will be operating at a level that most below you won't even be on your radar. They won't even be able to see you. You'll almost be like a ghost. It's going to be a very interesting state of being, because at that point you're going to be able to do miraculous things, move energy, shift and change, bend time, stop time, pause time, time space jump. Like, there's going to be all kinds of amazing things happening in this realm. Whereas this realm is going to stay in polarity, chaos, drama, trauma, all whatever. And they'll be going at the same time. There's be two, it reminds me of the movie Elysium. Two different civilizations running in two different mindsets through two different perspectives on two different planets, heaven and hell. I mean, that's it right there. And that's going to happen on an individual level, on a collective level, as in the human species. That's where this will initiate this experiment, because the Earth is a petri dish within the universe to test this out, to see if this is going to work, this multiverse idea. Because handing over power to an entity other than God that can embody God has never really been done before. It's never been done before, because the two gatekeepers that were in front of the right and the left hand of God would not allow anyone to enter into that God realm. No one. Not without their permission, and no one did ever. Jesus didn't even make it that far. Jesus made it to his greater self, his higher self, if you will, which was Naminna, which was the firstborn angel. He didn't make it to God. Well, he knew of God the Father, obviously, because of the Bible. But he didn't know about God the Mother until he went to hell to talk with Lucifer, and then was like, oh, whoa. Then after that, he did experience God as an non-dualistic God, all of it, that center point. And then Jesus was gone. He did not do any more teachings, a little bit in South America, I believe, but anyway, getting off subject here. So the future that's coming is, since these two did not get along, they're not on the same same pathway, they are not uniting, not the original twin flames. The original masculine twin flame was decrowned, disempowered. All of his abilities were removed from him because he used them to harm others. And that's a big no-no. So because of that, he was dethroned and cast out yet again. And so what that did is it allowed others to rise up in the ranks. And those two that were gatekeepers moved out of the way. Others were allowed to rise up finally into the ranks to take on higher vibrational energies and reach God. And there are some new masculines out there that have reached that pinnacle, and therefore there is a divine masculine and a divine feminine here on Earth, and they're getting ready to join. I did a video probably a year ago, it's been, about the rejoining of the two flames. When the flames come together, they in essence become God again, and they do it in love as God intended, and it ripples out, it recreates that new universe, that universe in love. And it's like dropping a pebble into a pond, it creates the ripple effect. When that ripple effect occurs, then other soulmate pairs are going to start finding each other, and they are going to start aligning, 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 and they are going to, and then it's going to spread like literally wildfire. And then that's going to create the new universe in love. And then those entities are going to train others, and it will be a pulling in. Because when you align with the highest vibration, that is God, in love, it is a pure love. It's like kind of like in the movie The Fifth Element, where the pure love is the power. There was earth, fire, water, and wind. Earth, fire, water, wind. Yeah. Think about that. But then the fifth element, the key to all of it was pure love. Without it, nothing truly exists. That's the pure power of God. And that's what godless entities seek, is that pure power, because they themselves don't have that within themselves. But as these flames and soulmates come back together, they start pulling others in, and then it creates a massive awakening. What this is also going to do, what we're also going to see, is we're going to see the collapse or the fall of many different systems, monetary, education, health, government structures, religion, Hollywood. We've already started seeing that, music, all of these industries, these companies, these organizations the dark web, the shadow government, all of these entities that have been hiding the truth of who they are in the shadows have been using that mask that us individuals that come from heaven, that come from the pure light, that understand truth. It's truth. We've been shining our light of truth on these individuals and on these entities and on all of the stuff here in the material plane on earth. And that truth, shining that truth and infiltrating these organizations is now shining that light on them. And now they are being given a choice. Either come out, the truth is going to be the truth, either accept the truth and change, and accept the consequences, repent. I mean, I will always back someone because I've made mistakes. Shoot, I'm the first to admit that. I've had to do a lot of healing and repenting and apologizing. So, but the shining the light of truth on these individuals is what is awakening them and pulling back your light, pulling back your energy from these energies, these narcissistic, sociopath, whatever type of energy, leech, vampire, pulling back your energy from them has removed that mask. And that has forced them to look at themselves and be within themselves and say, okay, maybe I'm the problem. And this is happening at all levels, universal, in the universe, in every organization, in every structure, in every system, and individual. It's happening on all levels. And so therefore it's going to be seen on all levels. So what is this ushering in? Well, this is actually ushering in a completely different way of doing things. A different way of thinking, a different way of feeling, a different way of being, and a different way of spirituality, being God presence, being God energy, and then using that energy to create, to manifest, to imagine, to be that expansive, unlimited being that you were always meant to be, but you were just stuck in a one system fits all. That one system fits all for most of us is not going to exist anymore. We're not going to be a part of that system. And instead, we're going to be dismantling those old systems. They're already starting to be dismantled. And then we're going to have to rebuild with new ones, new ways. But it's not going to be, I don't want to say that it's going to be a new system, because it's actually going to be driven by individuals. Because a system is only as good as its people. So, for example, you could build the most beautiful system. And I feel that America in the beginning, by thought, was perfect, at least divinely guided. But what happens over time is the virus infects the system. The mind, if it is not healed, it will infest, and then we will have what we have today, which is a system of enslavement, of control on every level. Every level, it's controlled and monitored by a select few. So in order to solve the greater problem, because if you've been watching me for a while, you understand that I don't solve problems here in the material plane because they did not start here. You have to go to the root of the problem in order to solve it, and then from there it comes into the material plane. So that's why I went back into the greater mind, where this all began, these two minds, where somehow some virus, which I figured out what that is, some call it an ego. It is, you could label it that. It is what it does is it duplicates you. It makes you believe that it is you, but it's not you. And then it starts to mirror everything about you, your personality and everything, and it infiltrates. It literally is almost like AI. And this virus then takes over you and makes you believe that you're limited, not good enough, unworthy, all these negative things about yourself, which are not true. But this ego, this AI type system, is a virus. It's a virus that was created in one mind that went a little God crazy, meaning it wanted to be God over everything. So, and then this ego got more empowered. And then, so that is what is being dismantled. Definitely the ego, this massive egoic mind, that is the virus that entered into what was created in the beginning, what was a beautiful system. God created a beautiful system. These two created a beautiful system. But just like the United States created a beautiful system as well, but a virus set in, and then here we have division, here we have war, here we have entitlements. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We have a victim enslaved race mentality. It's exactly how the universe, what happened in the universe as well. So we have to get to the root of the problem. And then in order to get to the root of the problem, we have to start changing, number one, the mind, the intention. Well, first off, we need to get people need to go back to God. God is the answer. There is no person outside of you that is your God. God is the only source that you should be receiving information and anything from, to be honest with you, because anything outside of that is opinion or third party. You should be seeking all of your answers straight from the source. The source has everything you need. All right, number one. Number two, have to start changing the mindset of people. You have to start getting people into their subconscious minds and have them start clearing and healing that stuff. And then also into their conscious mind. And then their emotional state. And then their material state. So all of these things are going to be healed over time. But the beginning part of that starts this year, which is the reuniting of those two flames. And then from there, the new system is going to start to be created. It's going to create a little bit of disruption, absolutely, because systems and things that people thought were true and real, or about people, about businesses, about organizations, you're going to start to find out not everything is what you thought it was. A lot of people are going to go a little cuckoo over this. So that is one of the big things that's going to happen this year. But the end of, well, I don't know if it'd be the end of the year, but one of the things is uniting the world. This one world government idea was a correct idea. The problem was it was stolen and then corrupted and used. That's what the dark does. That's what the evil does, is they take the goods idea and then they twist it. Because we will go under one world rule, one world government, if you will. It won't even be a government. It will be an umbrella where each is governing their own selves because they have risen high enough and are self-aware enough in a sense of self that they can govern themselves. But then there is the overlying, rules or guidelines. But things are going to be actually end up being more simple than what they are today, and very much more understood, because the race, humanity, is going to advance leaps and bounds. Now, is it going to take a while for this to settle in? Absolutely. Because as you bring down old systems, old ways of thinking, old ways of being, you have to re-educate on, hey, there's a better way to do this. There's a better way to think. There's a better way to feel. Here, help me. I'll help you. Here you go. This is what I did. Watch me. Okay? That's where your leaders, your high-level leaders are going to come into play. Whereas they'll be say, okay, look at the way that I'm living, look at the way I'm doing. Now mimic if that works for you, or take a little bit here, take a little bit here, take a little bit here. So that is the big change that's coming this next year as we catapult into this multiverse. which I'm super duper uber excited about. Never thought I would be alive at this point, to be honest with you, but that we would be so close to it being a reality. And all of the people that went against me are thinking that same thing. And the funny thing is they think that I'm coming after them, and I'm not, because I have no reason to. I don't have to. I'm not a revenge-seeking kind of person, and I don't need to, because the revenge that I will be rewarded is the incredible life that I am stepping into, and being able to help and lead others to the rainbow, to the pot of gold on the other side, literally. That's my reward. All right. Have a great day.